different topic. We'll stay in this block. In an interview with ESPN the magazine in February, Michael Jordan gave a scouting report on how he would guard LeBron James. MJ said he wouldn't allow LeBron to drive to his right because James settles for jump shots when he drives to his left. Well, after LeBron drove to his left for an easy layup to beat the Pacers in Game 1, James told reporters, quote, "That theory is wrong, I guess." So we're going to ask Dahntay Jones, because you've guarded LeBron before. Tell us what's your scouting report on him.
Right now, LeBron is a different animal at this point in time in his career. And before, he used to settle for jump shots going left. He used to. But right now, during the course of this season that we're in right now, and why he's been so efficient is that he's been attacking people off the post, and he's been attacking people going in straight lines right by him. The way you guard him is by your secondary defenders. And I think the man on the ball has to do his job and keep him trying to make him go left. I think he kind of prefers to go left, and he's been finishing left right now well. Yeah. You have to make sure you have somebody like Roy Hibbert or David West there to protect the rim, because there was an incident in the fourth quarter where LeBron threw the ball out of bounds in the three-point line. He made a turnover. It was because Roy Hibbert stepped up and made it available for him not to see anybody to pass the ball to, or made him not be able to get as far to the bucket as he did before. Yeah. So if you have somebody behind him that he can see, that's going to divert him from going to the basket.
What do you think, Stephen A?
That's what's going to make him pull up, actually.
Yeah.
Well, listen. I think Dahntay has a point in terms of those secondary defenders. I don't think LeBron James can be guarded one-on-one, to be quite honest with you. I think it's impossible. He's a locomotive coming at you. He can get to the hole at will anytime he wants to. I don't think we've seen anybody in our lifetime in the NBA that has his size, his agility and his skill set all rolled into one. This dude is a complete package as a basketball specimen. Certainly, we look at him, his free throw shooting could improve. There was a time when we said his perimeter shooting could improve, but we've seen marked improvement in that regard. He can't be guarded one-on-one. You've got to sit there and you've got to make sure you get secondary defenders to help out. The problem is, who are those secondary defenders going to be? It has to be somebody that can afford and has the luxury to leave their man to help out. Because LeBron James, the greatest gift that he has, Skip, is something I think you've maligned him for in the past, and that's his level of unselfishness. He doesn't mind deferring. He doesn't mind giving the ball up. And the thing about that is, because of it, if anybody helps out, he's going to find the open man. And that's going to go a long way. The greatest thing that ever happened to him was coming to Miami due to the fact that Pat Riley has been able to get the Ray Allens, the Mike Millers, the Shane Battiers, and those guys around him. A multitude of individuals that he could give the ball up to, and he knows they're not going to resemble his old Cleveland squad from that Orlando Magic series where guys were hitting shots all year during the regular season and couldn't find the basket come postseason time. He doesn't have to concern himself with that right now. That's the way I view LeBron James.
Well, wait a second. Are you saying I've maligned him for being too unselfish? Or I don't know where you're going with that.
Well, what I'm saying is that you felt on a lot of occasions when he gave the ball up, he should have kept the ball himself. That's all I meant by that.
You mean on a last-second shot?
Definitely the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, crunch time.
Okay, I got it.
I do.
Okay. Go ahead.
Why he hit that last layup is because Dwayne Wade wasn't on the floor. And if Dwayne Wade was on the floor, he may have been looking to make a play rather than being aggressive. When Dwayne Wade off the floor, he knew it was his opportunity to take over, and he was the only one that was going to be able to win that game. So, yes, he has deferred in the past, but it's an ever-evolving LeBron James right now. He's coming to his own and being the dominant force that he is because he attacks the basket.
Yeah, but Dahntay, you don't think that Chris Bosh could have won that game too? I think he could have.
I think when Dwayne's on the floor, he has too many options available to him. He knows he has two scorers.
No, I understand that part.
I'm sorry?
I understand that part, but you said that when Dwayne Wade was on the bench, that LeBron James only had one option, which was himself. And I'm saying to you, he had a second one in Chris Bosh and a third in Ray Allen.
I think he did. You're absolutely correct. But he knew that was his time. Because if you watched him, he was talking to himself, talking about it's time to take over, it's time to step up, time to dig in. He's mouthing these words to himself, trying to give himself inner confidence. And at that point in time, it was all about him and him making the play to win the game.
Okay, can we step back from what just happened and look at the big picture? What have I always said, Stephen A., about LeBron James? I love it when he plays angry, when a heckler gets on him and he says, okay, watch this, and hits about 5 straight three-point shots. In this case, MJ really pushed his button. Let's just be honest about this. And I think MJ inadvertently did LeBron James a huge favor here because LeBron just basically said, oh, really? Oh, so I'm only pulling up going left. And do we remember that game shortly after that against Orlando? I don't know if we have that handy, where LeBron just said, oh, yeah? Watch what happens at the end of this game, albeit against the Orlando Magic. Boom, he went left. He went right to the hole. Game over. Left hand. Nobody finishes better except maybe Steph Curry. He's right there in the same ballpark, finishing with the left hand. But Stephen A., I think the other night was another watch this MJ moment, and I love it. I love it when LeBron, instead of shrinking from moments, says, no, watch this. Watch what I can do. As you say, it is the most talented package we've ever seen in the NBA. And it's a pleasure to watch this, and I think, way to go, Michael. Look what you just brought.
You helped him out.
Yeah.
Did him a favor. You agree with that, Dahntay?
Definitely do. I agree with that. Michael showed him what he was missing.
Yeah.
And that's that killer instinct, and that's that drive.
I don't know that Michael wanted to do that.
I don't think Michael wanted to show him, but by Michael saying that, you think that inspired him?
But see, that's the problem. That's the problem. Why would Michael Jordan not want to show him that? Why would Michael Jordan have a problem with it? Michael Jordan's not playing anymore. He doesn't care whether LeBron James is successful or not. I mean, he's just talking as the greatest that we've ever seen. He's just imparting his wisdom upon us in terms of from a basketball standpoint. And I think that when you look at LeBron James, let's give him credit. Because LeBron is the type of dude that in this day and age, whatever weakness is, this is what he deserves. This, more than I won't say more than the championships, but just as much as the championships, and just as much as the championship in terms of his deserving credit, here's what he really deserves credit for. Every weakness that has been thrown in his face about his game, he's willing to address. And I respect that. Because nothing irritates me more than a guy that I've seen enter this league years ago and his game is still the same. As far as I'm concerned, you're stealing money. You get money, you get paid millions of dollars. You don't have to go out and work a 9 to 5. You don't have to have a job in the off season to pay your bills. You are comfortable beyond comfortable. You can't work on your game and develop something new every single year. I don't get that. I see guys in this league that have the identical games that they came into the league with, and they've been the same player for years and years and years. I love the fact that, again, we constantly see something added to the repertoire.
Time out.
That's important.
I'm not going to let you leave that.
It's very important.
Hold on. Michael Jordan owns another basketball team in this league. He's not going to go around trying to fix a superstar on the other team, Stephen A. And you know Michael. I certainly know Michael. You want to talk about the coldest-blooded killer ever? You think he wants to make LeBron James better so that people say, oh, he's better than Michael?
Yeah.
Baloney.
He's still a competitor. Steve. Like he still doesn't want. He still doesn't want LeBron to be better than him.
Yes.
That's
Wait
absurd.
a minute. It's not a matter of LeBron. Listen. I'm not saying. First of all, I think if LeBron James came out and won the next 5 NBA championships alone, Michael Jordan would still never believe that LeBron is better than him.
No
so
way.
I think both of y'all are wrong. And if there's nothing. Excuse me. There is nothing that's going to convince Michael Jordan that there is a player alive better than him. So I think that argument gets washed away. And oh, by the way, yes, he owns the Charlotte Bobcats, soon to be the Charlotte Hornets in about another year or two. But Skip Bayless, forgive me for saying this because we love MJ and we hope that they turn things around. But I mean, are you trying to tell me that he would hesitate about complimenting LeBron because he's worried about LeBron usurping the Charlotte Bobcats in some way? Are you kidding me? I mean, stop.
He ought to be worried about the Charlotte Bobcats usurping somebody. Maybe, I don't know, Orlando.
What I'm saying, he's got a lot of work to do. There's no doubt he knows that. But I'm just saying, LeBron. I mean, who's thinking about the Charlotte Bobcats when you're talking about LeBron?
Dahntay, whose side are you on this?
One has nothing to do with the other.
I'm in the middle. Well, I'm more on your side, actually, because I think Mike wasn't trying to help him out and give him confidence. I think he just made a statement, and LeBron used it to his advantage.
Right.
But do I think Michael would give him words of encouragement? No, because he's a competitor. So he still wants his legacy to be intact as the greatest of all time. And you're not trying to help the next young pup be better than you. No, not at all.
Stephen A?
I think y'all are ridiculous. Both of you are ridiculous on this.
Okay.
Michael Jordan is 50 years old. He's a 6-time world champion and a 6-time NBA Finals MVP.
And he's still competitive.
And he's still thinking about coming back.
Competitive to his dying day. He will not give that
competitive
up.
for what? But wait a minute. Y'all act like Michael Jordan said LeBron James needs to develop his left hand because if he develops his left hand and he stops going to his right and he goes to his left, that's going to make him better than me. No. LeBron James can go to his left, he can go to his right, he can develop a three-point shot consistently, he can hit perimeter shots, he can win the next 5 NBA championships. You're still not going to convince Michael Jordan that LeBron is better than him. What woman? How come he can't just give the man? How come he just can't look at it as a basketball analyst and say, look, this is the element in his game that needs to improve? You really think that he's sitting there talking about, well, you know what, I got to make sure I couch my words appropriately because I don't want to help LeBron be better.
He's
not
left
playing
the
anymore.
tracks. You
What's
have
wrong with y'all?
completely, you're
wrong
so
with y'all?
far afield. Michael was talking about coming back.
Please.
He was talking about kicking LeBron's behind and said, I have actually studied tape.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Go read the article.
No, he wasn't.
He was too.
Michael Jordan was not coming back at
He was
age
talking
50,
about
Skip
it.
Bayless.
He was talking about
He
Go
was
read the
not
article.
coming back
Go
at
read
age
it.
50. Skip. He was not talking about
He
coming
was
back
too.
at
You're
age
wrong.
50.
You're
I
flat
read
out
the
wrong.
article. Excuse me. Not only have I read the article, but I've talked to MJ and I've talked
I don't
to people
care if
close
you've
to
talked to
MJ.
MJ.
He was not
I know
coming
what
back
the
at age
quotes are
50.
in the article. That was
He was
the
not coming back
context
at
of
age
it.
50.
He wasn't trying to give him advice. He was trying to say how I could beat him.
This is from the
MJ
same guy that went on
LeBron.
national television and said that MJ was going to come out of retirement at age 50 and that he would
debate.
play.
Gentlemen, we will have to leave
Let's
it here.
just stop
This debate
it.
will continue
Stop it.
forever and ever. We have a show.
Ridiculous.
We have a show. So coming up next, RG3 says